What is up, guys? It's Big Man Chief Ed here. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a book rant. Now, I have quite a few things to talk about. Not only do I have books that I'm currently reading and I'm going to be reading, but I also have books that are on my TBR that oh, what am I talking about? The books on my my BookTubeAthon TBR has been changed a little bit because I'm starting a tradition for every BookTubeAthon, and that I'm going to be doing 2 rereads every BookTubeAthon. So the books that I've replaced with I'll tell you which ones are rereads, but the ones that I've replaced is that I'm no longer reading The Hot Zone and I'm no longer reading A Bend in the River. So yes, but anyway, I have a couple other books to talk about before we get to that. So let's get into this. Alright, the first book is a book that I've been reading for a long while now. I am taking my sweet time with it. I'm on page 245 out of 388, and I'm really enjoying this book. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy this book, and it's my summer assignment for the year, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is one of the most famous novels of all time. If you haven't heard of this, you're lying. You have heard of this. But this is actually very good. I am shocked by how good this is because I was expecting this to be very extremely slow and it being character based, which it is. But I was expecting these characters to be very one-dimensional and being just, yeah, we're doing this because we're doing this. But it is much better than I expected it to be. Like, much, much better. Like, it's at a 4 out of 5 so far, if I were to rate it right now, but I still have quite a few. I have about a third of it left, so I may just knock it out this week. So, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, really excited for it. Alright, in the next book, I am about 100 pages into it, and I'm also really enjoying this. Well, I had a hint feeling that I was going to enjoy this, and that is Joyce Carol Oates' We Were the Mulvaneys, and I misspelt Mulvaney's in the comment section of one of Conrad's videos, and he is a massive Joyce Carol Oates fanboy, so I probably embarrassed him because of that, but yeah, I'm really liking this so far. This is going to be the book I'll continue today. I'm going to finish it up by tomorrow, and because it's actually a quicker read than I thought it was going to be. Like, I read about this 120 pages in about an hour, so that's pretty fast, so hopefully I will get through all this. I'm just going to binge it this afternoon after I stop my recording because I'm going to record another video after this. So, yeah, really excited for this. Alright, the next 5 books are books I'm going to be reading that I'm just going to be reading off on the side over the next couple weeks. And the first one I have is really short. I think I may actually fit this one tomorrow if I have any time. But, oh well. It's Train Dreams by Dennis Johnson. I also have Jesus' Son on hold. By the way, I love that name, Jesus' Son. I love Velvet Underground. Dennis Johnson recently died, actually. I was unaware of that for a while, but he died. And it was just like about a month ago, I think. But I've heard his books are absolutely fantastic, and especially his Jesus' Son and Train Dreams. And this one was nominated for the Pulitzer Prize, which is... Oh, it won the National Book Award as well. Oh my goodness. This is like a novella. It even says on the front, yeah, a novella. But I don't know anything about the premise, so I'm just going to hop into this pretty much blind. So, yeah. Alright, the next book is a book that I'm much more aware of what it's about, and it's a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, which is good, but at the same time, I read the first page, and I can tell this is going to be either amazing or god-awful. But that's Trainspotting by Irvine Welsh. This is about heroin addicts. I know that for sure. But other than that, actually, I don't know. It's supposed to be like darkly funny. It's supposed to be just absolutely bizarre as crap. So hopefully it's good, because I've heard a lot of good things about Trainspotting and just Irvine Welsh in general. I've heard he made pretty much a trilogy out of this book. Like, he made a sequel where everybody in this book is in a porno, and it's supposed to be really bizarre. His bibliography is supposed to be great, so I can't wait to get into because I feel like I'm going to be an Irvine Welsh fan, but maybe I'm just looking too far ahead into the future. Okay, this next one needs a little bit of explaining, because but I'm just going to show you it first. Paper Towns by John Green. Okay, I'm going to explain myself. What am I doing? I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be embarrassed to read this book, but at the same time, I've read 3 John Green books, and the 2 that I didn't like are 2 of my least favorite books of all time, which is An Abundance of Catherines and Will Grayson, Will Grayson. Ugh, I can't stand Will Grayson, Will Grayson. But I did like Looking for Alaska, and I've heard that the more popular books of his are the better ones. So I'm gonna take everybody's advice, and I'm gonna just hop into Paper Towns. I don't know, but I'm also going to just get done with John Green's bibliography. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read Fault in Our Stars, and I'm gonna be reading Turtles All the Way Down when it releases. So, because Turtles All the Way Down actually sounds pretty good, but Paper Towns and The Fault in Our Stars just don't sound good to me, and I know, like, the majority of my friends can't stand The Fault in Our Stars. This book is a little better, I've heard, but I don't know, I'm just wasting my time. I know loads of people love John Green and think he's absolutely fantastic, but so far I am not impressed by his bibliography. I think he's very juvenile with his writing. I think he kind of glorifies a lot of things and sugarcoats a lot of things. But this one sounds interesting, but I don't know. I'm just going to hop into it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm hopping into it. Alright, the next book is one that I've been really wanting to read. I've just been wanting to read this author in general, but it's Veronica by Mary Gateskill? Gateskill? I don't know how to pronounce her name. But the book that I really want to read from her is Bad Behavior, which I may put up there or something, but Bad Behavior is a short story collection. I have it on audio from the library, but they don't have a physical copy, and I don't want to listen to an audiobook, so I think if I like this, I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy Bad Behavior. But Veronica sounds really good. It doesn't have that great of Goodreads ratings, but honestly, I'm not trusting Goodreads anymore in terms of the rating system. Like, seriously, Sarah J. Maas, why does she get so much high ratings? But Veronica sounds really good, and Mary Gateskill sounds really fantastic, so can't wait. The final book I'm going to show you, and the last 2 books I'm going to show you after this book, are my rereads for BookTubeAthon. And this one is another YA book, but this one I'm much more confident in reading because I do really like this author. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of YA, I read another YA book from this guy, and I really liked it. So I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping, guys. And it's Every Exquisite Thing by Matthew Quick. I've read Silver Linings Playbook, which I loved. I thought it was fantastic. And I really liked Forgive Me, Leonard Peacock, when I thought I was just going to be into it. But I ended up really enjoying that book. And this book sounds very similar. And what I love about this premise is that it's about the downfall of, like, a star athlete and straight-A student. That sounds so much more interesting than this loser becomes a winner because there's this girl that comes into his life, and, like, that crap. Whatever, I'm over that, but this one sounds a lot better. And yet again, it doesn't have the greatest Goodreads ratings, but you know what? Whatever. I think it's gonna be good. So if I think it's good, then I don't care. I am so terrible with words today. Alright, and now here are the 2 books that I'm going to be rereading for BookTubeAthon. So, what I've replaced the Hot Zone with is The Stranger by Albert Camus. I've been wanting to read a lot more existentialist literature, and I read this a long time ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and I did really enjoy it, but I didn't think I really got the purpose of it. I just enjoyed the story. So I think so now I know what this book is about, really about. So hopefully there will be a lot of things I didn't catch on my first time around. So yeah, and it's really short. So what's the harm of doing it? And the final book. This is the big reread. Like, not a big book. In fact, it's pretty short, but it's one of the most famous books of the 20th century. I've been needing to give it a reread for 2 years now. It's Lord of the Flies by William Golding. This book, I remember me really liking Lord of the Flies, and I don't think that anybody else... I know loads of people have read Lord of the Flies. It's like, I know it's one of Conrad's favorite books. I think it's actually Kate over at Kate Files' favorite classic of all time. Either this or J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan is her favorite classic. And I know loads of people love this book. I know a lot of people also hate it with a burning passion. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. So I can't wait to go back with Ralph, Piggy, Jack, and all of the boys back on the island. It's a great book if you haven't read it. But I can't really say that because the last reread I did was The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro, and that was not as good as I thought it was originally. But this book definitely I have more confidence in. So, there we go. So, that was the video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you guys thought of the video. And as always, I'm Mega Man Chief Fan, and I'll see you later, guys.